Alright guys, back out again exploring, just checking out a mountain road. If you saw my YouTube short the other day, I posted this area. Pretty cool. There's definitely some mining history here, but just figured I'd take a walk around before I keep driving up the hill, because passed quite a bit of stuff along the way. But let's go check it out. Not far off the road looks like a pretty old water cistern, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty steady flow of water. I still got to do some research at home, but this was a pretty big, decent size operation here. And actually, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's trying to snow. But yeah, some massive old concrete foundations. Obviously something collapsed years ago, but I mean, just look at the size of that bolt. Just right up against the hillside here. Just parked right at the road, and this is just a little offshoot. There's a bunch of old metal there. What does that say? Floatless liquid something. That's cool. Some more concrete foundations over here. Oh, some old cable. You can hear the creek down the canyon. Man, another collapsed building. It's a lot of old timber right there. Well, there's definitely be a steep climb. There's definitely something way up the hillside there. And I don't know if you can see, there's more structure up that way. I'm just heading back to the truck. I'm gonna grab my chest pack, my water bottle holder. I'm gonna go up that hillside a little bit and go exploring. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, it's a little chilly out. The sun was out when I left, but that didn't last very long. I'm gonna use some of my permethrin. This stuff's supposed to be really good, but it's only for your clothes and your gear. You don't put it on your skin at all. For that, bins, tick and insect repellent, that stuff's supposed to be pretty good. It's chilly, but it's really pretty out. All right, let's go check it out. All right, well, gained some elevation quick. Whew. Man, this is unreal. Check this out. So, cameras never do justice on this type of thing, but I'm trying to hold it level there. But right down here below my finger is where we're just walking, where we saw all that timber from the building. And I mean, you've got some type of old catwalk or line or something over there, and it looks like it went across, and I don't know if it'll pick it up on camera. I can't zoom in, but I mean, it's just perched on that rim rock there. This is wild. Well, this is just unreal. I was down right below the berm there. Here's that rim rock. Still have snow up top there. Actually, there's snow down here in the shade of that gully, but an old, I don't know, maybe transported water or something. I'm not seeing any old iron like rail line, but it crossed that gully over there. And I don't know, I guess it technically traversed right over there. Oh man, this is unreal. And this is what I'm talking about. You would not, you can barely see the road down behind me, so you're driving, you would not spot this at all. It's just a matter of following up a track and getting some boots on the ground, but just awesome. Now that is crazy. Some type of aqueduct or maybe carried water. Although I don't know if that's the case, because I mean, you got a major, it's flat over there by my finger, and then it obviously dips down, could have collapsed, but over here and where it goes, so over to that rim rock right in front in the middle by my finger, it follows the edge of the rim rock. Man, that is crazy. They obviously hauled all this from somewhere, but yeah, and it goes way back deep in there. I bet you there's something either at the top or there's access up above, because they wouldn't haul it up from down there. Just beautiful out. Yeah, see, and there's timbers right into the mountainside. Awesome. I mean, that's like, there's all this waste rock, so I mean, it got dumped from somewhere, so maybe it was for carts, and then it's collapsed, broken, iron got hauled out. I'm not seeing any scrap iron anywhere for the rails. So I worked my way back down. Right up there's the rim rock outcropping where it crosses, but I'm fairly certain whatever it was ran across, and then there's a bunch of debris of it left over there, and then it all has fallen down the hillside there. But I mean, you can, well, maybe not on camera, but I can see from here right over there on that little cap, it looks like it continued. Unreal. Like I said, I'm trying to hold the camera as steady and as level as I can. So I mean, it's some steep country. An open area, you know, who knows what they were doing, but I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm guessing it has to do with water drainage and it's just filled in, but still not worth it. Before we load back up and go up the hill some more, I'm gonna check out another thing that's over here. Well, this is a bit further from where I'm parked, but another massive structure of some sort. Right up there is that flat area where the hole in the ground was, some type of drainage, so I can't tell maybe if this is like a platform that came off of that. Some big old timbers though. Let's head up the road, see what we can find. Driving along the mountain road. Awesome views. And look what connects to the same road. That looks like more of that wooden channel, and where I was way over there above the truck, but some massive old timbers. I didn't even make it 100 yards. The road keeps going, but look what's on this rock outcropping. This is more continuation of that boardwalk or that walkway. Yeah, and there's a ton of timber down the side of the hill there. It's just unreal what you find. And I noticed that it's interesting that it connects or is on top of a lot of these rock outcroppings. Well, as far as I'll take the truck. There's snow up top there, but I got to this nice turnaround spot and parked and walked ahead, and there's a downed tree and looks like it's been cut, but it was just wide enough for, looks like maybe a four-wheeler or a dirt bike or something, but looks like there's snow further up anyway. Didn't think I'd be able to get very far, but you can see way off in the distance there's still snow. It's actually pretty cold up here. This is just a quick trip, but I have to come back later when the snow's gone and see if I can get further up. Just unbelievable. Doesn't take much to get out there and explore. Let's head back down. A couple of tips when you're out exploring. If you're in an area where you have to deal with ticks at all in the spring and early summer, if you don't feel comfortable using spray-on stuff like permethrin or even the off deep woods, if you wear lighter colors, even this pullover I'm wearing is probably not ideal because it's got the kind of grays mixed in, but if you can wear lighter colors, especially on your pants, it's a lot easier to spot ticks. And that way, if you find one, they take a while, they'll climb around. They won't just instantly bite you. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta throw the gloves on. Looks like we had a runner. A little too tall for me to get over. Here we go. Another tip, if you ever want to drive up a narrow mountain road, if it's not a well-known trail, I'm thinking off the top of my head, like trails in Moab, Black Bear Pass in Colorado, things like that. If it's not a known trail, what I did back there is your best option. It's not ideal, but if you walk it a ways, or if you have a friend that's been up it before, because the last thing you want to do, even if you're in a small rig, even if you're in a Jeep or a Samurai, and even some side-by-sides, you can run into issues, but the last thing you want to do is work your way up a narrow trail and there not be a turnaround spot, or there's a tree down before the turnaround spot, and then you have to back down. And the big key is, if you're ever out exploring by yourself, is don't take risks. Because that snow bank you think you can cross, that narrow, slippery, muddy section, any of that stuff will be the difference between a fun day out exploring and a long day recovering yourself. Old pipe coming out the hillside there, I think had to do with that drainage. The other quick tip is, when you're out exploring, is if you're going solo, make sure someone knows where you are, and better yet, have some way to communicate. There are quite a few places where I normally go where I'll lose service on my cell phone, but then usually as you get higher up or near some of the passes, you'll gain reception back, at least where I live. I just want to take a moment and say thanks for everybody that's subscribed and following along. As of filming this, I think it was said I was like at 82 subscribers or something like that, which has shot up recently. Like, most of them came just from that one short that I posted the other day when I was at that mine site where I just made this video. But I really appreciate everyone's comments and for following along. I'm glad to see that other people enjoy seeing the country that I'm in and the stuff I can go and explore. Thank you guys again, you're awesome. Until the next video, get out there and explore. Appreciate everybody that follows along. Cut her all out.